There is no doubt the Redmi Note 7 Pro is one of the best camera phones available under 20,000 rupees. But it does have its own set of flaws, as in it has one major flaw and then some minor ones. Okay, let me explain that later. For now, let me introduce myself. My name is Ashwin Sundar. This is Technology Jock. Subscribe to the channel and more importantly, hit the bell icon to help me run this channel. Guys, if you own a Note 7 or Note 7 Pro, or if you're planning to get one, our sponsor Glazed Ink offers the best display protection for it. There is a full glue edge-to-edge glass, and then there's a real curved glass with actual 2.5D curved glass along the edges. Their real curved glass for the Poco F1 is the best in India right now, and they have introduced the same glass for the Note 7 and Note 7 Pro now. So you don't have to deal with that awkward gap on the sides which you get from installing most other tempered glasses in the market. They have tempered glasses for a lot of other phones as well, including the Galaxy A50 and M30, so check out Glazed Ink, link in the description. You can use the promo code TJOCK to get 10% discount. First, let's talk about those minor issues. Well, not really issues, but some sort of limitations. And then I'll explain the major issue. The first one is with HDR. In the 48 megapixel mode, there is no option to enable HDR. Some say that it's because the Snapdragon 675 chip is not capable of processing multiple 48 megapixel photos to create an HDR image, but on Google Camera you can capture 48 megapixel HDR images. But it hasn't been a big deal breaker because even with HDR off, the dynamic range of images is quite good, because that's how good the Sony IMX586 sensor is. Now, even in the default 12 megapixel mode, you cannot have HDR on by default. As in, you can enable it, but once you close the app and open it later, you have to enable it again. Now, I used this phone for about a month and this was a little annoying in my experience. Once again, this is not the case with Google Camera where HDR Plus Enhanced is enabled by default. Next up, night mode for selfies, or the lack thereof. Xiaomi's night mode is quite good. It's even better than Google's night sight in some situations. So I really wish the same was available for selfies as well. Especially because the selfies shot under low light are not that great. And once again, Google Camera has this issue addressed. It does have night sight for selfies as well. But right now, the Google Camera app is not very stable, so night sight for selfies is not working properly. So this is one of the reasons why it's always good to have all important features in the stock camera app, because third-party or unofficial solutions like Google Camera Port may not work perfectly all the time, right? Number 4, AI portrait for selfies. Once you click a photo in portrait mode using the rear camera, you can edit it and add some really cool effects to get images like these. You can change the blur strength, you can use the studio lighting options, etc. Xiaomi said these features will be made available for selfie portraits as well via an OTA update. But it's been almost 2 months since launch and it's not yet available. Let's just hope they didn't forget it. Now, number 5, that major flaw. This is something I mentioned in my full review of the Note 7 Pro. When you use the camera for like 5 to 10 minutes continuously, there is some sort of throttling going on, resulting in sloppy and laggy viewfinder. But more importantly, it skips frames while recording videos. I captured a bunch of 4K videos back to back. The phone was supposed to capture 30 frames every second, but here are the actual numbers. The first few were okay. I got about 29.9 or something, which is perfect. But the videos after that saw a significant dip in the frame rate. 24.51, 26.9. And then I shot some 1080p videos at 30 frames per second. Again, the frame rate wasn't optimal. It dipped all the way to 19 frames per second. And then I decided to shoot some 1080p 60 fps videos as well. And as expected, it was nowhere near 60 fps. 48, 40, 36, those are terrible numbers. I mean, you don't have to judge by these numbers. Watch the footage instead. This is 1080p. We can see how sloppy it is. And this is 4K. Again, too sloppy. Now the first 3 issues that I spoke about, I'm not sure if Xiaomi will fix them, because like I said in the beginning, they're not really issues, they are just minor annoyances, they're just features that you wish you had. Because come on, at 14,000 rupees, we can't expect literally everything. And the fourth one, AI portraits for selfies, Xiaomi will probably provide it soon because they promised it. But the last one, the frame rate issue, is quite serious. It's not something we can just ignore. But in my opinion, in my experience, I can guarantee that Xiaomi will come up with an update soon to fix this. We just need to let them know that there is an issue, and I guess some people have already done it in MIUI forums. There were a bunch of comments regarding this in my full review as well, and there's gonna be a lot in this video as well, if you decide to comment. Go ahead, tell me about your experience. And while you're there, hit the like button, subscribe to Technology Jock, and more importantly, hit the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching. This is Ashwin Sundar, leaving for the moment. Have a great day. Bye.